Hey there, folks. Welcome back to another Cat Chat with Brad Welburn. I am Brad, LC Sports Information Director. Glad to come back with you again. We had a little bit of a time off last week. Teams were out on the road. They didn't have any games, so took a little bit of a break. But we're back again to talk men's basketball with head coach Reni Mason. And Coach, it's been quite the start to the season. Very exciting. Things happening, 5-1, 2 conference wins already under your belt. And I guess first let's talk about Devon, because he just this week was named the ASC East Player of the Week, and he 2 incredible games there in Abilene. And you told me yesterday you're super excited about him because he's very deserving of that honor.
Special young man. Literally carried us this past week at Hardin-Simmons and McMurray. Did what seniors are supposed to do. Yeah. Very gifted basketball player. Even with the numbers that you saw, 30 points on Thursday night, 23 on Saturday night, very unselfish basketball player. We know when we throw it to the post, either he's got it or he's going to release it to his perimeter guys, and we're fortunate to have him on our side.
Yeah. Like you said, 30 and 23, double average for the weekend, and so very much so. If there was a shoe-in, it might have been in this weekend for Devon. But like you said, he's just one part of what's made the team so successful this season so far.
When we took over this program 4 years ago, one of the things we wanted to accomplish was to be a defensive-minded basketball team. It's taken us a while. We've had stretches in the past 3 years where we've been very good defensively. We've been good defensively early this year. I think we're holding opponents to 34% field goal percentage, which is always going to give you an opportunity to win games. The last couple of years, we've been right there and really couldn't jump over the hump. You know, the first 5 or 6 basketball games, we've been able to close the door. And so it's been good for us to have some success early. We've still got so many more things we've got to get better at. Our kids come to work every day, and so we're fortunate to have a good group of guys.
And we talked about it the last, I guess maybe the last show, about the influx of older, more experienced guys. I mean, do you think that's been a big part of why you've been able to do that?
Huge part, having experience in this league. You're not trying to break in a freshman. Right. You're actually with 4 or 5 junior college players. They've already played 2 years of college basketball, so they're not in awe of the arenas we're going to play in. They're not trying to develop their bodies physically. For the most part, they're already developed physically. All of that plays a huge component in being able to defend the way we want to defend, and also the mindset of how we approach our basketball games. Once again, it's early. This is a very tough league that we're playing in. We know every day we've got to put our best foot forward, not only in practice, but in preparation for games. So there's not an easy night. This is a great start, but yet a long ways to go.
So obviously we talked about it, 5-1, 2 wins in the conference. Now you have a little bit of a break this week. No games, probably by design. Let the guys kind of focus in on finals and that sort of stuff. But then back out on the road for 2 tough ones. Howard Payne and Sol Ross next week.
Very tough. Howard Payne just got a tremendous win over UT Dallas, who we think is one of the better teams in our league. That's where we'll play next Thursday night. Then we've got to travel over to Odessa, Texas to play against Sol Ross, who's arguably been the most dominant team in our entire league for the last 2 years. So the road doesn't get easy. Fortunately for us, we've played on the road, so we're not in awe of being on the road, but we've got to continue the preparation that we've had in the past 5 games in order to try to keep the streak going, not for the sake of the streak, but just getting better as a basketball team. This will not be an easy trek, and we've still got holes we've got to fill. By no means do we think we've arrived. We've just got to continue working.
Right. And I know between you and Coach Prather, I think you're gonna keep the guys kind of settled and focus in on what they need to focus in on.
It is very difficult sometimes when you have success. I was sharing with Prather on our way back from Abilene the other night. We have to be very careful because sometimes it's harder to handle success than it is failure. And so we are keeping our kids on edge by design. It's important for them to know that every day we've got to go to work just like we're 0-0.
That's it. All right, folks, there you have it. Coach Mason, like I said, the guys are off this week, but they'll be back in action next Thursday night at Howard Payne and then on next Saturday against Sol Ross. And we'll have those links available on our website, social media, so you can watch those games and follow them and keep track of how the guys are doing over Christmas break. So they have a few more games even after that. So be sure to, and like I said before, we'll try to get Coach on as much as we can with holidays and travel and all that sort of stuff. So just keep it locked to Facebook and YouTube and all that sort of stuff. Coach, thanks for coming in again.
Yes,
Cat Chat with Brad Wilburn. We'll see you next time.
Happy holidays.